Good morning, dear goddess, and welcome to Super Signs Sunday for the week. Wow, it's been quite an adventure, huh? I tend to say that quite a bit with my readings because, we are on a wild, crazy, freaking soul human journey adventure here. So much learning, so much growth, just so much, right? So much. For those new to my channel, my name is Rochelle Richard, and I am here to guide you, my fellow twin flame sister goddess, into and through finding your power in every moment. I'm grateful to have had such a foundation of self-love empowerment before ever discovering I was a twin flame goddess. I was already on my goddess journey as a self-love empowerment goddess. And then after that, of course, boom, which you can read more about officially tomorrow. Part 2 of my blog, of my bio on my blog gets published. Oh my God. And this is the part about the twin flame aspect. So the first part is about, it's like a summary of what was my life. And part 2 is, well, a summary of what's been my twin flame journey since discovering that's what I was on. And it literally is, goddess. A twin flame journey is a self-love empowerment journey. Because if we are our twin, the only way to really truly find that union space is within. And the more we chase them, the more we point at them and say, but he's not, but what? Well, but he's, fuck him. It's about you, boo. It's about you. And holy moly, even as my twin has been back in my life for a couple months now, I'm literally at the point this past week with such major shifts happening in me and such revelations happening in me and really going, what is it that I'm here to create? Who am I? Who am I here to serve? Why am I here? Just going, wait a minute. I can do this I can do my aspect of my twin flame mission without my twin flame. Especially when your twin is still so deep in the shit of the matrix. Is in that battle within himself. Just as you are on your own path of reclaiming your journey, of reclaiming your power, so is your counterpart. And I'm here to tell you, sister, the more you reclaim your power, the more he can reclaim his, as mirrors. So for me, it's been, you know what, dude? I don't have the time and energy right now. I'm building something big and fucking awesome, and yeah. So the first card that jumped out was nature. Right now, dear goddess, with the crazy energies happening and with so much shifting in you, so much coming and rising up to the surface, you're going to feel chaotic. You're going to feel discombobulated, disconnected. You're going to feel like chaos. And a way to soothe that and bring you back into your center space is through nature. This is why now you can see a bit of the nature here. I have an entire experience going here in my in my office now. I literally, if I couldn't I couldn't really get to nature, I'm gonna bring it to me. I'm cultivating so many plants. You can see a little bit of a new pot that I got there. I'm waiting for my babies to root and they'll get planted in there. And this entire room is going to become like a little sanctuary. So that I have nature with me here in suburbia, especially being a farm girl. All of these images remind me of the country. That safe place. It was always in nature. The only other place in a building has usually been the walk-in closet, has been that safe place. Yeah. It's where I spent the majority of my teenage years, was in my cedar-lined closet because it was safe. It was where I could escape from the world. So create for yourself your safe space where you can just be. And even if that is to just take a step out back in your yard, although I know right now it's winter time and not everybody has like a real yard right now, like those of us here in the valley, in the Phoenix Valley, because we don't have snow here. Then to definitely go out and put your feet in the ground. Just be here now. Whatever it is, dear Goddess, be here now. Whatever bit of nature, if it's getting flowers, go buy some flowers for yourself and just smell them. Just bask in their beauty. How they smell, how they look, how they feel. The delicate petals. Yeah. And we had both these cards jumping out, leadership and celebration. You are definitely here to be a leader, Goddess. So celebrate yourself. In fact, lead by celebrating yourself, because then you are setting an example to show others that I'm pretty fucking awesome and I'm going to celebrate that because I am doing this for me so you can do it for you and be celebrating you. And then we just celebrate each other and everybody, and it's all just amazing celebration. Because why not? Instead, we beat ourselves up, we treat each other like shit, we judge, we condemn, we criticize, we blame, we shame, we guilt, we regret. Has that been serving you, Goddess? Has that been serving humanity? It's time to be the change. Be the leader that you are, and we lead by example. We lead by example. So celebrate your choice to be that better version of you, because it feels better. That's why it's the better version of you, because you're choosing to feel better. And celebrate that you have a choice in that, because you do. You definitely have a choice. So it's fascinating today so far. You know, it's really grounding yourself, connecting with nature, anchoring in, grounding into your role as a leader, leading by example, which means you must be in that better feeling space to lead others into that better feeling space of celebrating your life, your existence, your accomplishments, your blessings. Because this is what amplifies more of that. This good feeling space is what attracts more good feeling things, experiences, people, moments, circumstances into your life. Manifestations. All right, dear Goddess, you are the catalyst. You are the catalyst. And remember, I'm here to remind you that the only way to come into union with your twin is to come home to union within. This journey is about you, about what you need, about what you're doing for yourself, about what your mission is, your passion is, your dharma. Why are you here, Goddess? And the way to discovering this is really present, grounding yourself, getting out of your head and into the moment. Into the moment. Yesterday, I laid on my rug after a long day. I signed up literally last minute, within 30 minutes of it starting, for a 3-day weekend, 3-day business seminar, self-improvement seminar. And I was so exhausted at the end of the day that I was just decompressing, zoning out, and I had my wonderful ambiance, musical, sound effects, soundscapes going on. That's a complete embodiment of being out in the forest with a creek running. You got your crickets chirping and things like that. And I literally just laid down on my brand new rug because I have a brand new thick green shag rug. Oh my God, it's like grass. Yes, like grass, but way softer. On my floor here, and I just laid there and meditated, zoned, just really decompressed. I was just in this present moment. And then I kid you not, goddess, I actually got up and did my teeth and went to bed. I was in bed by 8 p.m. Easily. Because I knew it was what I needed. And then I ended up waking up at 3:30 in the morning the next morning. I went to bed so early. And here I am, recording this for you. Because I didn't have it last night. I know this card comes up for all of us. Whenever I do any of these readings, it's for me too, not just you. You see, freedom is a state of being that we must cultivate within ourselves. Because really the greatest prison that we could ever be in is the one in our own minds. The one that says you need to stay in guilt. The one that says you need to stay in grief. The one that says you need to stay in suffering and struggling. That's the greatest prison you can ever be in. You have to be the one to allow yourself to feel free, goddess. Just like with love, it is something cultivated within yourself. So is freedom. In order to experience true freedom outside of you, you must know it inside of you. Because the world is our mirror. And that is definitely one of the greatest gifts of our twin flame connection is the twin flame mirror, because it's very much a mirror. What are his lessons? What are your lessons? Well, there you go. Where is he at in his journey? Oh, where are you at in your journey? Oh. Where have you been in your journey? Where is he at in his journey? Oh, there you go. So, you just gotta flow with it, goddess. You really have gotta flow. And that's what you consciously cultivating what freedom feels like inside of you. Because that's what flow is. Flow is liberation. It is freedom. There is no prison in flow. There is no blocking in flow. There is no trapped in flow. Things flow. There is nothing stopping that. So you are fully free. So to amplify and really align with being in the flow, I encourage you to cultivate freedom, dear goddess. Make a list, journal out, what does freedom mean to you? And by that, I mean to amplify and expand on that. What does freedom feel like? What is an example? Tell an actual story of what freedom is for you in your life in particular. Something that you can really truly resonate with. What does freedom feel like? Truly. And then align yourself with that flow. That freedom flow. A lot of times we end up with a big old stack of these puppies here. I'm like, today, let's see. These are pretty thick cards, yes. Boom, shakalaka. First, we have longing for home, belonging, the original light worker. And you know, what's really clicking is this freedom card for this. Because it can be so easy to feel so trapped here. And I know this is definitely very much a lot of what I've experienced, is feeling trapped in this world. Do you ever feel that, goddess? Do you feel like you don't have freedom? Freedom of speech, freedom of choice, freedom of living your life on all your own terms, freedom to be who you want to be and how you want to be. Because your true essence is unbound. Yet here in this realm, we experience what it is to be bound. Bound to our ego, bound to our vessels, bound to our beliefs, it feels like. But the beliefs we can change, we can rewrite those. We can choose to believe something different. We can free ourselves from the perceived bondage that is being created in the prison of our own mind. And you have the power to do that, Goddess. You are so much more powerful than what your mind likes to let you think you are. So, you are an original light worker, and it's time that you allow yourself to see the power that you possess within you. Free yourself from the prison of the mind that is telling you that you are not powerful, that you do not have freedom, that you do not have a reason to celebrate. Like I said, the greatest prison you'll ever know is the one in your own mind. And you are part of a divine plan, Goddess. Everything is. Even when shit goes wonky and you're left in this space of feeling like you fucked up, everything has gone wrong, and it's the end of the world as you know it, well, be grateful, because it's still all part of a divine plan. Only the phoenix can rise from the, a phoenix can only rise from the ashes. If there are no ashes, where's the phoenix? How can he rise? I'm seeing the story of the Pegasus, because I'm very much a Pegasus girl, and it was when Medusa had her head chopped off. And from that was birthed some hog, but the Pegasus was a boar, I think a wild boar of some kind, and then the other one was the Pegasus. So were it not for that destruction, something new and amazing couldn't have been birthed from it. So the same here. You have to allow the old to crumble, Goddess. You have to free yourself from the bondage that you are keeping yourself in. The perceptions of obligation to certain circumstances, people, situations, relationships. For myself, I've been asking, what does my twin really truly bring to my life in a positive manner right now, while he's going through his very dark night of the soul and sabotaging me all the time. 1 minute it's one thing, the next it's the opposite, and it's just like, wow. And my answer was nothing. You see, we make excuses for people because they are our twin, because they are our mothers, our sisters, our brothers, when perhaps it's better to take a step back and just hold space for them, because you cannot save someone who is not willing or choosing to save themselves, to free themselves from their own bondage. You cannot go into their minds, because guess what? What that is a bondage in your own mind that you actually have the power, which you do not, to go into someone else's mind and save them from themselves. You can't do that, because wherever they go, there they are. Because guess what, sister? I moved from Kansas out to Arizona only to discover years later, wherever I went, there I was. There I still was. sometimes the most loving thing we can do for someone is to let them go, to let them fulfill their karma and learn their lessons. And you continue to do the same on your journey. So that's where we are with this reading today, dear Goddess. This is where we are. You know, nature, grounding yourself, because you're going to be processing through a lot of things, and there's going to be a lot going on. And for me yesterday, like I said, it took that grounding time that I spent just being here and not working, not doing, just being present, to really allow myself to see some of the things that maybe I haven't wanted to see. Oh, well, this is intriguing. These are the numbers that come out of the angel number bag, 25 and 26, which root numbers would be 7 and 8. I'm intrigued to see what these numbers are, which you will get in the description below, because I do research on those. I do not know all the numbers at all. There are a few numbers in the world. Yeah. This is where we are, Goddess. For supersized Sunday. Oh my goodness, there's that. Oh. Getting all of this out, all of a sudden I have a little bit of a yawn. Really, again, your power is in you, Goddess. What do you need? What can you do to feel more empowered in your life? Because you're showing others the way. You may not think it. You may not sometimes even consider that you're having any impact in the world. But you are. Every single person you come in contact with, you impact in some way, shape, or form. And so ask yourself, what is the impact I would like to be having in this world? Being someone who celebrates, being here, being in this moment. I'm working on this. I'm not going to deny, dear Goddess, my comfort zone throughout my entire life has been misery and in my bondage of my own mind. So that's what we're taught. Those are the belief systems in place in the Matrix, is to keep you small, to keep you feeling disempowered. Well, that's why I'm here, and so many others are here. So many other original light workers who have spent our entire fucking lives feeling like we didn't belong here. Even I, from the moment I was born, from the moment, I should say, I could form the sentence, I have been saying to people that I was here to save the world. I had no idea what that meant, and my life, whoa, took quite a journey, because the burden of that buried me, thinking I needed to save everybody else, when really I needed to learn how to save myself first, so I could illuminate the path for others to follow and save themselves, to free themselves from the bondage of their own minds and their own suffering. Because I cannot do it for them. I cannot do it for you, Goddess. I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you see your own dark side of the moon, because you cannot see your own dark side of the moon. I don't know what I would do were it not for coaches and mentors and support systems that I have in my life. I would not be where I am today. Even though, yes, I've had to do it all myself in terms of getting the fuck out of my own way. But having that outside input and guidance and inspiration has been life-changing. And I'm here to support you in that as well, to offer my gifts to you, dear Goddess, through an intuitive clarity coaching session. You can book yours today at empowermentexperiences.com/ICS. Again, that's empowermentexperiences.com/ICS, and ICS means Intuitive Clarity Session. I added the coaching part after the fact on my page. It's all good. All is divine. All is divine. That said, dear Goddess, I will always remind you that the power is in your hands. I promise you it is, because I know for sure it's always been inside you. Namaste.